The Feast of the Presentation of the Lord, celebrated on February 2nd, marks the occasion when Mary and Joseph brought the infant Jesus to the temple in Jerusalem to perform the rites prescribed by Jewish law. This event is recounted in Luke 2 verse 22 to 40 and is rich in symbolism, characters, and theological significance. Below is a detailed exegesis of the passage, context, and significance. The presentation of the Lord is rooted in Jewish customs as outlined in Leviticus 12 and Exodus 13. It combines the purification of Mary after childbirth and the redemption of the firstborn son, reflecting obedience to the Torah. The feast, also known as Candlemas, symbolizes the light of Christ entering the world. Characters and symbolism. Mary and Joseph. Historical context. Mary and Joseph are depicted as devout Jews, adhering to Mosaic law. Their humility and obedience to God's commandments set a precedent for Christian virtue. Symbolism. Mary represents the Ark of the Covenant, carrying Jesus, the Word made flesh. Joseph, as a guardian, symbolizes the protection of divine mystery. Jesus. Significance. Though an infant, Jesus is presented as the awaited Messiah. His presence in the temple signifies God dwelling among his people. Symbolism. Jesus' presentation fulfills the prophecy of Malachi 3 verse 1, marking him as the messenger of the covenant. Simeon. Historical background. Simeon is described as righteous and devout, awaiting the consolation of Israel. Tradition holds that he was a priest or a prophet. Role. His proclamation, known as the Nunc Dimittis, reveals Jesus as a light for revelation to the Gentiles and glory to Israel. Simeon's recognition of Jesus symbolizes the bridging of the Old and New Covenants. Anna the prophetess. Historical background. Anna, from the tribe of Asher, is a widow who dedicates her life to fasting and prayer in the temple. Role. Her recognition of Jesus as the Redeemer underscores the theme of prophetic witness and the role of women in salvation history. Rituals and offerings. Purification and redemption. Mary offers a pair of turtle doves or pigeons, as permitted for those who could not afford a lamb, Leviticus 12 verse 8. This highlights the Holy Family's humble status. Symbolism of offerings. The offering signifies purification and the consecration of the firstborn to God, foreshadowing Christ's ultimate sacrifice. Role of priests and offerings. The priest's role in receiving offerings represents the intermediary function between God and his people. The offerings signify the sanctification of family life and dedication to God. The modest offering of the Holy Family reflects God's preference for humility and the inversion of worldly expectations. Theological themes. Fulfillment of the law. Jesus, as the fulfillment of the law, begins his mission within the framework of Jewish tradition, underscoring the continuity between Judaism and Christianity. Light and revelation. The imagery of light, central to Simeon's prophecy, connects to John 1 verse 9, portraying Jesus as the true light entering the world. Universal salvation. Simeon's words extend salvation beyond Israel to the Gentiles, indicating the universal scope of Christ's mission. Prophetic witness. Anna's presence exemplifies the role of prophecy in recognizing and proclaiming God's intervention in history. Conclusion. The Feast of the Presentation of the Lord in Luke 2 verse 22 to 40 is a profound narrative that intertwines Jewish tradition with Christian revelation. Through the obedience of Mary and Joseph, the prophetic acclamations of Simeon and Anna, and the humble offering in the temple, this passage encapsulates the mystery of the Incarnation and the promise of redemption for all humanity.